Hello, my name is Connie Skaggs, and I'm from Latson, South Carolina, right outside of Charleston. And I'm a Creative Memories independent advisor. And I want to do a little trick video today for my YouTube channel. And it is how to cut mats out of a 12 by 12 page. And so first I want to do, because our normal pictures would be 4 by 6. So you want something that's a little larger than that. And so a 4.5 by 6.5 gives a good little mat, around it. So whenever you place it on, it just kind of matches up perfectly. Now, one of the things that is to cut out that mat out of the 12 by 12 paper, you first need to be sure that you do your math. And so, but I'm also going to show you how to do 5 by 7s. Okay, so I'm going to change my camera and hopefully you will learn something from my video today. So, okay, I'm going to do on the black, we're going to do the 4.5 by 6.5. And of course, the first thing you need to know is 4.5 plus 6.5 is 11 inches. So the first thing we need to do is be sure that our paper is 11 inches square. So how we do that is we want to take 1 inch off of 2 sides. And so I'm going to use our personal, the 12-inch trimmer. And so you've got 1 inch on this side, you've got 1 inch on this side. Well, whenever it's a big piece of paper, I always take it to the inside to that 1 inch mark, which is this bold line here right past your cutting mat. So you want to be sure you see that. So we want to take that inch off. And we can just set that aside. That can be saved for something later. Now we have to take an inch off of this top. So we want to rotate our paper, until we can take an inch off of it. I line it up again on that 1 inch line. And so you've got 2 strips there that you can save for later. Now this page is 11 by 11 inches. And so how you want to do it is start at your 4, you want to place it at 4.5 inches. Now the one thing is on the side of our trimmer, there's a little white line here. Hold it up to the camera a little better. And so you can see the white line there. And from the white line to the end of the housing, either way is 1 inch. And so that's where your blade cuts. It's underneath here. And so when you push on it, that's where your blade would cut. Also, it's going to cut on this first line on your mat. Now, if you do it at 4.5, but you want to come down to where the 6.5 and kind of match up where this line is. And of course, another thing is the front housing would need to be, and on this side, you've got all your measurements. And so you would have 7 and you want to come down to the halfway mark. And so that's where you want to start your blade. And so this is the easiest way because you don't need a clip, you don't need anything else, and you don't even have to open the arm to do it. But you start here and you can see kind of lines up. And so that's going to cut on the 6.5. So then all you have to do is push up. Okay. Now, where this is cut, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees to the left. You put it on the 4.5 again. It's down here at the 6.5. And so you want to be sure that your housing is stopping at the 7.5 inch mark. And so what do we do? We're going to put it down and push it up. And there's your first mat. And then we're going to rotate this again to the left. And then there's several people that have done this. Now at this point, you don't have to do anything but bring it down. And then we're going to turn it again, do it at the 4.5 mark, and come down. And there is 4 mats. Plus you got a little thing here. You can put this kind of in the center. Now, the one thing I wanted to show you is when you want to do something like this on a page, how well these mats work, because this is what I call a classic view, or a classic page rather. And so, you know, your margins, you come in about 1/4 inch on all sides. And I'm not going to glue anything down because we're going to do something else here too. But I just wanted to show you this. And so, but these were just some random pictures that I had. So if I put that one there and this one here, it's here, and there, you know, you have, you know, a classic page where you can put 4 full-size pictures, have them matted. And I've done almost whole albums with this classic, and especially on my granddaughter's graduation albums I did. You just got this little thing here, you can stick it here, put you a date or time, you know, and actually it'll go in the middle here if you want to do a little sticker or embellishment, or you want to put the date or what you're putting about it. So that's a very classic of the 4.5 by 6.5 inch mats and the way they're cut. Okay, but let's go ahead and do something else here. And let's say that we want to have some 5x7s. Now 5x7 is 12. So you don't have to trim this down, but you want to start on your 5 inch. And you've got to, if you're wanting to start your blade at 7, you would want the end of the housing, and I hope you can see this, but you've got your little numbers here, and you want the end of that housing to come to the 8 because it's going to start cutting on the 7. And so, whenever you do this, you just go and you push up, rotate it to the left, same thing. You're going to come down here at where the line is. You can see where this line is and where that line is, and that's where it's going to start. But you know, this 8, you're adding 1 inch because that's where the end of the housing is. And so that's a 5x7. Turn it to the left, and now you can just push up on these. And then you've got 4 5x7s. Now, the reason that the 5x7s are neat, because we just cut the 4.5, and here then becomes your double mat. And for classic pictures, I mean, you know, these look sharp. You can't put you can't put 5 of them or 4 of them on your page. However, when we do this underneath these, we've got 2 5x7s. This, say that you're wanting to, you know, zero in on those or whatever. And like I say, I'm not taping these down, so please be patient with me on that. So I just, but talk about the classic look of these. So they just, you want to angle them a little bit, you know, and then you've got, you know, maybe some journaling or titling or something like that you want to do. That just really shows up well. And so that's a way that you can do your, you can have 5x7 mats, and then you can have 4.5 by 6.5. I keep these in one of our 5x7 photo storage containers that we carry with Creative Memories, and those just work excellent, you know. So in that way, then I always have some mats extra whenever I'm, you know, scrapbooking. So I hope that you enjoyed my tip today. And some people have called these all kinds, but anyway, I just love the way I cut the mats and do them very quickly, and but it's all in using your trimmer. And of course, I just really like our trimmer. Our measurements down this side, always remember that it's 1 inch from there to the end. And so this is your cutting place. So wherever your cutting place, you'd want this to stop 1 inch in. And people will do it, and you kind of have to already have your inch cut off and this in place, but you also can use a small clip like this, and you can put it at, say, your 8 inch, if that's where you're going to do 5x7s. And then that way, then it stops here. I just start here though and go up, and then I never have to worry about it, because after your first cut, then you've got it set. And so I hope that you enjoyed that today. Like I said, I'm a Creative Memories advisor. And if you, my information is underneath with my for my YouTube video channel. And so if you do not have a Creative Memories consultant and you would like to contact me, feel free to do that. If you already have an advisor, or if you are an advisor, then, but you may not have an upline, let me know. And I'd be glad to help you. And so I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoy this tip. Thank you very much.